In this demonstration, we'd like to illustrate how IBM Web Content Management can help render and manage a multilingual site. First, let's look at the site as an anonymous user. We have a article, the detailed article, as well as other articles that have already been translated. To see other content in other languages, the user can simply use the language switcher to pick the language that they would like to see. For example, going to French, you see the content has been translated, including the portal interface to French, and then Spanish would be the other alternative. Let's go back to English and examine how this content then is maintained. Now let's log on as an administrator to see how this content is managed. Using the inline edit capabilities, we'll be able to go to that multilingual page. In the context of the content, we'll be able then to add a new piece of content. Click the new button. And I already have some English content in a Word document, so I'm going to copy that and paste that into the body. And I'm going to do a clean copy and paste from that Word document, so it cleans up some of the HTML. Go ahead and we'll go back to the authoring template and then get the, let's get the heading or the title, excuse me, from the Word document as well. And then we're ready to go ahead and save this. Now when I save it, this content is still in draft mode. So the minute it gets saved, the authoring template recognizes that this particular authoring template has translation capabilities. And we'll see that by the translation section of the authoring template. This indicates that 2 other translations will be provided at a later stage in the workflow. The current stage is just draft. Items, the way the workflow is set up, items in the workflow will be copied into the other translations once the first level of approval is done for the English content. So I'm going to go ahead and save and approve that. Upon approval of the content, the English base content is copied into both the French and the Spanish. And then we'll be able to navigate between those items from this view. Clicking on the French content, we get an indication that this is the one we're at. I want to then put it into edit mode. Click on the body, and I also have the translation for it in my Word document. That is. Going back to the authoring template, again, adding a translation for the title. Be careful not to change the name, as that is how the content between the various translations are linked. So we'll just change the display title, and then go ahead and save. Once we save this content, we'll see that the French is in the approved stage. If we want to go ahead and move that to the next stage, which would indicate that it's ready to be published, we could then go in and do a save and approve. Now let's continue on with the Spanish content. So similar process we use here, edit. Again, copy the information from the Word document. Now we have the body in there, and just add the title in Spanish, and we'll be all done with our translation. Let's save this now. Let's once again look at the status of all the translations. The Spanish document is still waiting for approval, so let's go ahead and approve that. The French is pending publish, and the English is still waiting to be published. So none of the documents will go until all of them have been published. Let's go ahead and we're going to save and approve this one. All right. Then we'll return back to the English document so that we can approve it. Note that these translation steps could be performed by different people responsible for the various language translations. That will take it to the next stage, which will be published. And we'll see the status will change of this document as well as the other pieces of content. Now all of them have been automatically published. We'll close out of here, and we'll see that our new content has been added and is available in all of the languages. This concludes the multilingual demonstration.